There are still a couple of more days before the close of the Paralympics, but Team USA's success in the Olympic Games earlier this summer is already having an impact on sports fields and gyms across the country, especially on what have historically been less popular sports.
It's the first practice of the season for the DC Furies, one of the oldest women's rugby clubs in the country. Players lace up, run drills, and dodge tackles.
On Gussie!
A typical training for the Division I club, but this year is different, says Furies president Liz Lindstrom.
I'm actually a little concerned that incoming prospective players are going to outnumber current club members right now.
The easiest way to pass it is a pop pass.
In fact, she says about half the women who showed up tonight are brand new to the club.
Some had played before and taken a long break. Some folks had never played a sport before, let alone rugby.
It's a change that Lindstrom traces directly back to this moment, when the U.S. women's team beat rugby powerhouse Australia to win bronze at the Summer Olympics.
Rugby in America is so much further behind rugby in the rest of the world, so we were definitely underdogs in that. And to be playing for a medal was impressive in itself, but then to actually walk away with a bronze medal in the first ever, I think was really, really special.
It is the U.S.'s first rugby medal in a century, since the men's team won gold back in 1924. The appeal of women's rugby is unique, says Kat Aversano, vice president of Women's Elite Rugby USA.
We take big hits, we give big hits, and don't have any padding, so you can see the joy on everyone's faces, and you can see the impact directly on the athletes, and that's the kind of human connection that people want and that we really enjoy out of athletes and sport.
Team USA's success on the field this summer was magnified online when center Ilona Maher went viral on social media.
Rugby is without a doubt the best sport in the world. Best sport in the world. I am sore all the time, constantly.
With funny takes on life as an Olympian, interspersed with body-positive messages.
From the smallest gymnast to the tallest volleyball player, from a rugby player to a shot putter and a sprinter. Truly see yourself in these athletes and know that you can do it too.
Since the Olympics, Aversano, who used to play and coach rugby, has seen a spike in interest at all levels of the sport.
Every college team I've talked to, they're looking at 2 or 3 times their normal interest for the first couple of practices. Youth in high school has a massive influx of questions. Where do I find my local club? How do I get involved? What ages can my kids play at?
But it's not just women's rugby that's inspired new audiences. Greg Patterson's gym in Woodbridge, Virginia has seen a recent influx of inquiries for its boys gymnastics teams.
Good. So normally on an average we'd be getting maybe 2 to 3 phone calls a week looking for boys programs. And now we're averaging almost to 15 a week.
This year, the U.S. men's gymnastics team, usually overshadowed by their women counterparts, rose to fame largely because of one athlete, Steven Nedorosik, known as the pommel horse guy. He became famous for his pre-competition routine and Rubik's Cube skills. Nedorosik won bronze in his event and helped the U.S. men win their first team medal in almost 2 decades.
People can look at him and say, yeah, he does stuff like I do, like he plays with Rubik's Cubes and he's a gamer just like me, so they can sort of relate to him as opposed to somebody up there who they see with big muscles that works out 10 times a week.
That bone's broken.
12-year-old Gabe Hall and his younger brother Hayden got a kick out of seeing their sport in the headlines.
It felt good because our sport was getting recognized. Yeah, it was really cool because gymnastics is not many people know about it, well, at least men's gymnastics.
Their gymnastics journey began during the pandemic on their backyard trampoline.
I like it because you can get strong, you get flexible. There's so much you get to work on and so many skills that you get to do.
The brothers now train 4 times a week and aim to one day make the Olympic team.
You kick out.
Coach Patterson, a former collegiate gymnast, says he hopes this moment will lead to more funding for the sport at the college level. Since 1981, in fact, NCAA Division I men's gymnastic programs have dwindled from 59 to just 12 today.
There's so few colleges that have options for boys to continue their gymnastics career. It's very hard for them to get in. I like all the boys to continue to grow with what they've started with the grassroots here.
Women's rugby, too, is hoping to capitalize on this moment. The country's first women's professional rugby league launches next year.
Arm in arm with our fellow sisters in sports, the other women's leagues, NWSL, PWHL, WNBA, women's sport it's not having a moment, it's a movement.
A movement she hopes will bring home even more medals in future Olympic Games.